enwomasua eya bofra bia ne dachi esanso eya bofra bia ne fapem sa bofra betumi akọ school na ebo no eye edini akese ya mama ne emrane akese abenya post akese ewo maimu a ne nyina no eye nwomasua nanso ekame akwa ese oba ebibrem ha no mu se ya sikasam a eye yeta edi ekọ school no eye na honsam akoye boache bedin ebibrem ha sei emofra pina na kwonye suku a anka wo mo epe nanso sika no ewo he na senti Association of African Higher Education Financing Agencies eye kudom bia wo mo abebo ade besen frinsha besen so a wo mo bobo amaman bi titiru ene bibrem ha no mu sei sane ebeye emofra a wo mo nyanwumasua anka wo mo pe nanso ohia dobodobodobo adokoro wo mo a wontumi enkonkan enwumasua mu no wotumi aboa wo mo ewo sikasem mu na biripam wo mo etumi etie ekobase wo mo enya dwuma ya na eyade afibia no wo mo di ahiemu emma ekudomi adwendwen kwan ambefa so emma wo mo kuo ne etumpon ene niama ne akade bia wo mo di behyemu a ebetumi aboa emma emofra enwumasua ensusu egyan nan eso na afi ede no wode ehyehye so a na eye kra behwe papa petitiro pino a ene fifiri amamai pina ne babedi ahiemu a omotumi di dwuman emma no yefe na asemtira wo mo edito so enie was financing Africa's human resource capital as a catalyst for accelerated development openi kwankyerefo a wono ene Association of African Higher Education Financing Agency wo mo epeni mpa meche president eye Yewura Charles Rengra wo Kenya emane emum no penyi ne gina simpie so do wo kasa no o kyerem se amamai pina na wo mo aboa o se wo se ekudom no wo mo hankitinkiti bia etoda wo mo efem nanso wo mo men no emeye osi apan de wo se wo mo ya ne se wo betumi apra kokane na wonye sika e de aboa mofra se ne be ya abofra nya bebi papa bi egina obebo eye ekudom ni din se wo mo e na etumi aboa no.
Of African Higher Education Financing Agencies, what is commonly known as AIFA. AIFA currently we have 15 members who are on board, mainly from SADC in this part of ECOWAS. Ghana is the only founder member who is a member of AIFA. Currently the full paying members and participating are 8, and you can see from our documents how many they are. You can also check on our website how many they are. What are we trying to achieve as a board, as an association? Is we are trying to get African solutions for African problems. As you are aware, the penetration of higher education in this part of the world, in Africa, is less than 10%. And when you look at developed countries like the Asian Tigers, we are talking about 45% penetration of students transiting from secondary to university level. And those are the aspirations that the board is trying to achieve. Now, one of the ways to achieve is to try to see how do we do this from a common front, all of us together. And then we have standard practices which are from Cairo to Cape Town. From Mombasa to Liberia, the other end of Africa, and those are the things that we are trying to push as as an association, and that's why the 2015 AGM was found it necessary to come to ECOWAS so that we can be able to involve more members who can be able to join ECOWAS. As you are aware, Africa is touted as the last growth frontier. This year, World Bank expect that Africa will be growing at about 5%. This is one of the few continents which will be growing at about 5%. However, because of underdevelopment challenges, the amount of money that is being channeled to higher education is becoming smaller and smaller, and it is not enough to take everybody on board. So one of the clear messages that we are having for our associations and helping government to do is beyond government. Do you have other alternative means of financing? One of those alternative means of financing higher education is making national revolving funds. If you look at, for example, STLF of this country, it is revolving the money that it was being given by government. Now, we need to increase and maximize that revolvability of those funds, because that revolvability helps us to create a bigger fund and then get more students to join higher education, because we know it is only through education that we can be able to transform society. Thank you. In my earlier message, when I was delivering a keynote address of the chairman, of the president, you must have heard me talking about mismatch between what you are producing at the university and what is how they are getting into the job market. So remember, AIFA by its own purpose cannot be able to influence faculty, but we can be able to discuss with faculty in terms of producing graduates that actually fit the market. So one of the key things is that, and you must have seen, one of the vice chancellors was actually around in terms of how do we collaborate on faculty development, faculties that are resonating with the problems of society. So yes, as part of our agenda, moving forward, we'll be looking at also faculties that are repaying their loans. Because when you're not repaying your loan, then it means that you did the wrong faculty, you have no job, so it means that is why you're struggling to repay loan. So we are looking for a common understanding between us and faculty holders, who are the universities themselves, to be able to tell them the society is experiencing these problems. Those are the graduates we need you to produce for this market. And that way, we think we'll be helping a society problem of what you talked about, mismatch between the job market and what we are producing at the universities.